Hello everyone, and here I'm gonna give you a quick overview of what the Mage's class quests like, what our artifacts gonna be like, and what the class whole currently looks like. I'll start off with the talents. Brand new talents which for some parts haven't changed a lot and for some parts have changed loads. Currently the only spec that we can access is fire mages, although mages don't yet exist. Though I'm sure they'll come around soon as well, and I'll try and make a video about them too. Current fire talents. Level 15, we have Pyromaniac. Pyroblast while hot streak is active has 10% chance to reactivate hot streak. That's quite nice, 10% chance to just throw a second Pyroblast. Conflagration, enemies affected by ignite have a 10% chance to flare up until fire damage nearby enemies. So basically if you crit, you get ignite, and there's 10% chance they'll start AoEing. That'll be quite nice for AoE. Their fireball spells always deal critical strike when target is about 90% health. Seeing as we're mostly going to be killing normal mobs, that's a good talent. In rage, it'll be a nice boost at the start of a fight. It won't really help you much later on, except on ads, but at least at the start fight, it makes life easier. Level 30, we have a survivability tier. We have Shimmer. When you take damage, 30% chance for the cooldown of your blink to be reset. That kind of occur more often than once every 30 seconds. That's quite nice a talent. Blink's always nice, though if you're already being mauled on, just blinking away isn't usually gonna save you for long. At least not in a raid. Cauterize, fatal damage will instead bring you 35% health and then slowly take you down. That's a very nice one. Once per 2 minutes you can fuck up majorly and still survive. Or if you're sure of your survival ability, you can just choose to face tank a massive lethal boss ability instead of moving out, getting a tiny bit of more damage out of it. Though you'd have to be pretty certain that you're not going to get hit by anything else. Then we have Ice Block, which is now a talent. I'm not quite sure I like that, but it's still nice to have it in some form. Let's take Cauterize in case we screw up killing normal mobs while doing quests. At 45, we have first actual damage boosts. Actually, no, second set of damage boosts. Mirror images, pretty much same as always. Their damage, I'm not quite sure how their damage is, so it's very debatable how good or bad it is. Since in the recent expansions, it's gone from this is amazing talent to this is completely useless to this is amazing. Rune of Power. Place a Rune of Power on the ground for 10 seconds, which increases spell damage by 50% while you stand within for 8 seconds. So it's a big boost once for 10 seconds over 45 seconds, so quite a high uptime, but it requires you to actually stand on it. It's a bit better designed than the permanent rune where you just slap on and ignore. Counter flow, magic energy flows through you while in combat, building up to 20% increased damage and then diminishing down to 4% increased damage. That's both good and bad. That'll be very good if you have controllable bursts. If you can use your cooldown, if you have unused trinkets, then you can control them to always use them while your buff is up rather than down. Though it does cap at 4% minimum. But yeah, it depends literally what kind of gear you have and how they balance the other two. I'll take that one because it doesn't require me to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. Level 60, we have Blast Wave, cause an explosion around the target enemy or ally, dealing 10,000 fire damage, and reducing movement speed. That's a nice AoE burst, and the fact you can target around an ally is nice as well. Instead of taking the one mob that's by itself, you can choose to throw it at the tank and see what happens. Though I'm not sure how the primary enemy target will be decided if you're throwing it on a friendly target. Because I don't think it's gonna hit them, so it's gonna pick them at random. Other one, Flame On, once per 30 seconds, grants 2 charges of Inferno Blast. Nice, controllable, guaranteed crits. That's quite nice. When you gain heating up, you have 10% to instantly activate Hot Streak. Sure, let's take that. It's nice and passive. Though while raiding, it's gonna change a lot because passive, just picking what's good for leveling is not always good for raiding. And the other way around. Your next Mage spell can be cast while moving, castable while another spell is in progress, and unaffected by global cooldown, 3 charges. Nice mobility boost, though we already have Scorch, so it comes down to how big a DPS loss is Scorch compared to Fireball. Ring of Frost, if become incapacitated, that will have rather limited effect in raids, unless they make a fight where you specifically benefit loads from having certain adds controlled. And Ice Ward, Frost Snow has 2 charges. That's pretty much a leveling talent right there and then, or a PvP one, either or. Let's take Icy Flows. It's always nice to be able to throw stuff around while running in circles. Level 90 tier, Living Bomb. That's nice and familiar. Dot that explodes and can be spread by Inferno Blast. Not sure if that was in before, but that does look cool. Unstable Magic, 30% chance that spells explode, doing 50% more damage and hitting all targets in the range. That's actually a really nice passive proc. Flame Strike, ignites the ground, leaving a patch of fire behind. That's an increase to straight up Flame Strike AoE. Take Unstable Magic because that's nice burst. Level 100, Kindling. Your Fireball, Pyroblast, and Inferno Blast critical strikes reduce the cooldown remaining on Combustion by 1 second. Combustion is a nice cooldown by itself, so having it tick down is always nice. Cinderstorm, throw a spray of 6 cinders that travel in arc and each deal 2600 fire damage to enemies they hit. Damage increased by 30%, targets are already affected by Ignite. It has cast time, so it's an extra spell to cast in between your other spells. It comes down to how the damage will scale from it, I guess. Meteor, that looks awesome. Spell ability, once per 45 seconds. Instacast, which is always nice. High burst of damage, split between targets. Let's pick Meteor, because that looks cool. Let's try out Meteor. It's this one. It's always nice. Okay, seeing as my character already spawned in Dalaran, I already nicely got given the initial starting quest. Unlike the other ones that have an NPC appear around here or follow them around, mages literally just get it through, I don't know, telepathy or something to go and meet them. Currently, Tower of Singular Enclave. He's basically in here. Did some scouting earlier. This is where the portal that used to take up and down from Dalaran used to be. Nice up there. So as you can see, Dalaran's still under construction. It has a lot of really weird places like this, where you can kinda tell that it's not quite done. But it's getting there. It's starting to look more and more like a town, and they are changing a lot of it while keeping the general theme. I like it when they change things in a way that makes it look like time's passed forward, rather than everything's stationary, everything's just copy-pasted. Oh, he had Dreadlord in him. That doesn't sound so good. I'd rather not have a Dreadlord. Okay, let's see how we can help. He escaped and he's going after Forger Guardian. Guardian of Tristfall. I remember some of the lore about that. Didn't one of them basically just go, fuck it, I'm not giving the power back, and they couldn't do anything because he had all of their power, or something along those lines. Okay, let's go and kill the demon. At least he's nice and conveniently provides us with a portal. Let's go see what we need to do to defeat this demon.
I am forsaken.
Okay. Hi, Dreadlord. Start fighting him. Should have brought an army. We're not an army, but I think we're good enough. No casting on me. Oh, I can spell steal his vampiric aura. I'm not quite sure that's planned, but I can deal with that. Need to use Power of the Forge. Okay, how do we use the Power of the Forge? bypass barrier. Stop that. Yeah, mage. Blink works. Okay, destroy these things. Is there siphoning? No more siphoning. Is unusual to play a fire mage where you literally need to keep track if your last spell critted or not to know if you want to use this thing. It does feel awesome to be able to cast Inferno Blast on command while you're casting something else. Okay, let's blast this Siphoning Rift as well. And we have one more to free this little altar thing. I do like the fact that there's all new prisoners in here. They haven't fixed the broken bit though. Why do they put new prisoners in here without fixing the prison? Wouldn't you know, want to fix the giant hole in it? Because that would seem like a good idea to me. Activate the forge. Let's activate the forge. Take the power of Alodi. Okay, thank you. I'll keep this now, like the previous owner, right? Okay, I'm hitting hard now though. 500% spell power. Yeah, that's quite nice. Legion will know your secrets. I don't like that. Our secrets are ours. So killing him pretty much is a loss as well, because he just ends up back in Twisting Nether. Hey, that's my power. Give it back. Bastards. That would have been so nice. Go raiding. 500% extra spell power on the mages. Top 1 class, mage. Damage done. 5 times the damage of the second one in a row.
This had better be good.
He's only temporarily defeated. We're aware of that. Saying I will return kinda hints at it. And he knows what must be done. Okay, what must be done then? Let us know as well. Is the loading guy a ghost? I can click as well on the PH model. Does that mean the model is still likely to change? Doesn't really matter. It's a cool looking altar nonetheless. Though this place could use some repair work. So I can't blink past objects. Now I need to decide if I want to make a separate video of exploring this place or not. Like before it's repaired. Now I'll leave it to people to see it for themselves. Or make a separate video rather than filling this video with half an hour of me exploring
What is it?
a destroyed place. Let's see, what is the Forge of the Guardian? Artifact, incredible power. Lodi made it to permanently transferring arcane power from many mages into the body of one. Argwin decided to be a bitch and steal the power.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
Teleport Hall of the Guardian. I like that teleport. Thank you. Redeem a class hold is nice.
Remember.
Okay, now I need to choose what artifact I'm gonna get. I'd love to see the Arcane Mage one, because I kinda like the idea of Arcane. Or even the Frost one, because Frost can be fun. But we have Fire. With its crits, more crits, and crit reliant crits that crit. Okay. We chose an artifact. Fire Sword.
What now? Goodbye. Our time
Okay.
will come.
Just cover the message. Okay, she's found the artifact. I like the fact that they put in a comment that basically tells you that they don't. That shows that they don't need to update the old ones to respond to it as well. They just say, "I'm gonna ignore you unless you're in this one specific correct position." Okay, let's teleport to. I remember this teleport to Ultalaran. It's in Ultalaran. I remember right with this town. There's now a new teleport hole underneath this place. Let's go take the Ultalaran teleport. I'm sure there's nothing bad that will happen. Though I remember our mages placing the portal to Ultalaran. It's nice and fun, and a lot of people usually die. It's especially fun if you get the portal lottery. You put a mage portal on a mage portal on a mage portal, and then you just wonder where the hell you're gonna end up. For some reason, everyone seems to end up in the Talaran crater, dead. Levitate. Ah, here. Trinkets they give you with the gear for the leveling are rather random. They proc from everything. Because this one's procced from me falling before I click my slow fall. Yes, we got your message.
Light be with you.
Felo'melorn. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that correctly. Runeblades, Kings of Quell the Loss. Variations of Flame, Lost with God's Death. And they have a lead on where it is.
Light bless you.
Anaria Shola.
I remember him. Wasn't there a big mess in Dalaran with all the Blood Elf mages causing something? Oh yeah, Divine Belt. That's the Pandaria quest, where they basically decided to go off on their own and work against Jaina. I think she was really pissed off about it, that even the mages betrayed her. If it works out, he's basically trying to buy access back to Dalaran. Used to know it is not relative of Anastra. She became obsessed with one weapon. Apparently found it. Yeah, where have you seen places like that before? A big fortress in land covered in ice.
The
You think
eternal
that
sun
they're,
guides us.
That they're making the new Lich King a lot more active now, a lot more relevant, not just something that, you know, happened to few expansions ago and nothing's changed
Remember the
since.
sun well.
He just sits on his frozen throne, sitting there and doing nothing.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, go through portal. Your ice column is now friendly and okay, who am I kidding? It's probably filled with dead things that are wandering around and want to pleasure the living. Iceborne Conjurer. Okay. Okay, let's kill this Necromancer. Big skeletons. At least Lich King doesn't seem to mind me being here. Not out here to kill me. Doesn't care much. And he's reading my mind. I don't want him in my head. He may be a new Lich King, but he's still, you know, undead thing. Okay. Not much of a puzzle. I'm not gonna stand in a blizzard. You can just channel it over yourself. Don't mind me here. I don't want those things. Okay, that was more damage than expected. Go away, zombies. Don't want you. I'm very much unsure on how to play a mage in any situation. I've had like, what, 10 minutes of reading through the class abilities and that's about it. I kinda get the idea of how it's supposed to be done. Doesn't mean I have the muscle memory to do it perfectly. Came in search of Felo'melorn. And life left at this, you see the truth. Yay, another zombie. Why do they always think that they have a clearer mind and they can think better and they're all types better once they become zombies? I think she's kind of delusional. Because the Lich King basically said, yeah, I'm welcome to take it. I just need to go and fetch it. I think he's not exactly a good match. He's more along the lines of, I don't care. Just don't cause too much of a mess while you're here. We have here more things that want to kill me. I don't want to fight them. Did I have invisibility? Yeah. Yep, I'll go invisible and I'll just go. Bye, zombies. I don't think I can blink while invisible, so I'm just gonna have to run. Go away, you two. Okay, so right, the Assault of the Burning Dead. Yeah. So I have burning zombies, exploding ghouls. Yeah, that's just what I need. Exploding zombies. Okay, what else do we have? Burning skeletons. Go away, burning skeleton. Nobody likes you. And tiny critter, go away as well. Hi, Charbone, whatever the hell you are. Keep forgetting to use combustion. 100% increased critical strike chance pretty much means I can pyroblast. Use anything pyroblast. Use anything pyroblast. Yeah, the game is here. But for some reason you're still running around bitching to me about things. Okay, Viking Gorfin wing. Not sure what's very... Okay, it has wings I guess, but still one ugly thing. It's also kind of burning piece of bone mimicking the first boss of the raid. No, I'm still not gonna let you pyroblast me. I know myself the pyroblast hurts. Thank you. So shiny. So well. Leave, take your prize and leave. At least he's not like I'm gonna hunt you down for taking something that's mine. He's like, take it and get out of here. So now I have Felo'melorn. That's a nice weapon. Very accumulate flame orbs. Fireblast becomes Phoenix's flame. Quite curious now what that looks like. And Heart Phoenix, it just comes with a free offhand that doesn't get mentioned anywhere. Because it needs to be a set. And it gives us this nice nifty little flame orb that follows around. Which I think actually looks really cool. Just kinda orbs there. And it's not completely 2D like so many other things. Like our ice barrier. It's very two-dimensional. The orb is not. The orb is awesome. Worship the orb, because it is here to rule you all. Okay, let's see if they managed to fix anything. Or if we're still gonna be in the dump. Oh, glass hole. Wrong teleport. Let's teleport to Hall of the Guardian. No. Wrong location, I think. Nope, it's not here. Let's go back to Dalaran. Yeah, it was there. Not flying anymore, but doesn't really matter. Don't need to be able to fly everywhere. So, at least the NPCs have leveled up everywhere. Taran post box, do that.
Well met.
He presents me. So he basically told me where it is and I had to go fetch it myself.
Be careful.
You will surely fall. Let's watch what their chatting is. We know you won't betray Clinton again. They are getting like an ultimate mage weapon away kinda hints that you're not doing this just to make yourself more powerful. Unless it's a more complicated plan to, you know, earn their trust and then take something even more powerful. Okay. Good. It's free. It's less bothersome when the NPCs are identical. Actually, they're not identical. They're actually different looking guards. In same gear, but not the same NPCs. It's quite nice.
Knowledge is power, but using it wisely is the key.
Kil'jaeden must be destroyed.
But these don't really say much anything useful. Let's go back to a class hall again. We already saw an under construction sign there when I ported there for a moment. Let's see how it is now, if they've actually, what they've fixed or not fixed. Under construction. Enchanted brooms. I like those. Save it after. How do you clean a room with as a mage? Oh, you enchant the furniture to do it themselves. I'm sure they're not going to become sentient and try to take over the world.
I'm listening.
The book in a book is a bit annoying to look. I can't wait till they fix that because that looks very disturbing. Can also use the font. That's quite good.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Let's go and empower our artifact. Oh, that's quite nice. 10,000 damage to each ignite target. So we're gonna need something to track our ignite, or how many ignites we have up. So most of the time they'll be coming pretty naturally, and just use them cooldown. And let's see what our weapon things have. We have relic slots at the top where we can boost our weapon. If I'm not wrong, they also give you eye level boosts, because that's basically what you use to get your weapon to scale all the way up. And it works out as the nearest ones are molten skin, damage reduction from molten armor. The numbers aren't quite there yet. In the blink you heal. I think the number isn't quite there yet either, because healing for 30 out of a 310,000 health pool. It's not exactly something you'll worry about putting a point into. Fire at will, cast on a fireball by 0.1 seconds, 0.3 seconds off something. Again, it comes down to how haste heavy the gear is and how much your gear is gonna lower it, or if there's another set of procs or something that you gain while leveling that makes it faster ready. Because getting it to sub 1 second isn't gonna help you. Global cooldown caps at 1. How much you get. If you have half a second cast, that means you're gonna be sitting half a second there before you can cast the next spell. Great Balls of Fire. Love the name. Your fireball deals 5% more damage. Pyroclasmic Paranoia. Pyroblast deals addition 3% damage. Ever Burning Consumption. Damage of your ignite 5%. That's gonna come down to if it's a base damage increase, like your ignite instead of being 10% or 30% or whatever is damage, is going to be 35%, or if it's just 5% on top of what's already there. Most of these usually add on top of what's already there, so rather than going from 30 to 35, you get 30 times 1.05, which is tiny, a lot tinier increase than you'd think. Or a lot bigger if you had so many multipliers on top like that. 5% more Flame Strike, nice AoE passive. When you cast 4 consecutive Scorches, you gain Pyroblast. So guaranteed Pyroblast if you're running around scorching. When you cast Flame Strike, it will trigger 2 additional times. That's quite strong. Throw Flame Strike and then you Flame Strike and then you Flame Strike. Just for 1 Flame Strike. Burning Case, fire damage dealt increase, Ignition Overdrive, Venoblast deals 3% more damage, temporary apparently, not sure what's going to be afterwards. Every consecutive critical strike increases your critical strike damage by 15%. That comes down to, is it passive? How soon is the buff gonna expire? Because if it's not passive, then it'd be like, what? Use combustion. Crit, you're looking at 100%. Then if you have 1 second global cooldown, you manage to get guaranteed fireballs 1 second and pyroblast 1 second. You'll basically be oh, that's already instant. Because I flame. Okay, that's quite interesting. Then you'll literally be sitting at 10 seconds at the end of combustion, you'll be sitting at 150% increased critical strike damage. That means the numbers are going to get quite big. Rank 0-1 of nothing. Fire be purged. Fireball dispels 1 beneficial magic effect. That's going to be awesome for PvP, and I'm sure there'll be a boss, at least in a dungeon or something. Hopefully in a raid as well, that needs to be dispelled regularly. That kind of fight mechanics are kind of cool, where you need someone to actively keep track of something and remove it whenever it comes up. It's amazing how often on council we run into people who don't know, wait, you can dispel enrages? How do I do this? What's tranquilizing shot? I don't have it on my bar. Yeah, thank God it doesn't happen that much on proper raiding guilds, but in Pogs that's something you see so often. Inferno Blast now applies Crucible Flames, dealing additional damage over 9 seconds. Again, that one's gonna come down to how much it is. Though most of these are nice talents, and it's gonna come down to, are we gonna be able to get all of them? Is your weapon fully upgraded gonna have a full set of everything, or are you gonna have to pick and choose like on talents where you can only have some? Okay, let's take a quick look at appearances as well. We have the standard sword look and different color schemes of it. This is kind of cool color scheme. We have slightly different look again with this color schemes. That's kind of cool color combo. Those look like the undead flames with the soul look inside. That looks quite mean. And we have the lava born version. Again, nice set of transmogs. And if you don't like any of these, then unless they redecide on it, you can actually use whatever transmog you want on top of it. Okay, let's see what he was talking about.
This had better be good.
Potential unlocked. We need to get mages in, but there's walls protected so they can't go in. So we need to go and hire a goblin to do our teleports. Sure, let's see what the goblin gives us. So he's a magician in Dalaran. I think I saw someone like that when Nox made a video about one of the toys. There was a goblin in the background doing magic tricks on in front of the bank. Maybe that one. Yep, it's over there. And my trinket procced. That's a really useful trinket. It procs from walking. He's doing magic tricks. Let's give him a bag of gold. These goblins are nice and simple. They are motivated by greed, by more greed, and love of explosions. And on top of that, usually more greed if you can get it with explosions. I get a unique item. Let's go back to Hall of the Guardian. And he's making a portal through. So he doesn't care, he just goes through. Very serious warders we have here then. And I think I'm actually in the proper final version of the Mage Hall, seeing as there's a whole pile of mages running around. Well, I bet all of them are also class champions, the leaders of the group, and so on.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
I wonder how they're gonna face this though, cause it could get very messy if they're all here unfaced. You'll have like 100 mages everywhere, unable to really do anything. Or are you gonna be having a few mages only, like randomly 10 people are picked to share a class hall? Because if it's every mage, then you'll have like a 50 to 100 mages just running around the place. Though that wouldn't be bad either, it'll make the place look active if nothing else. Though at the start of expansion that could be interesting. It's like Garrison. In Garrison you can enter. In here, it'll be like Garrison except there's like 500 people trying to talk to the same NPC or running through the exact same spot you are. Okay, he's searching for to hunt down. So he's reforming not to fight Legion so much, but to hunt down that one specific demon because he carries the secret. Wonder what the hell kind of secrets he has.
Speak quickly.
A new title.
Our time will come.
Okay. Conjurer of Teriskarda. I can just hear the enthusiasm, the clapping, like clap, 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 clap. This is boring. Okay, talk to, and he just goes away. I do wonder what the hell secrets he has. Feels the need to hide. This place looks kind of cool. Ah, our personal training dummies. Oh, the NPC's there. I am curious on where this is, because you can kind of see places underneath. So it is somewhere, but if you zoom out, it just shows Dalaran. It doesn't actually give you an idea where this is in reality. Because it would be quite interesting if you could just jump down, slow fall over, and go, oh, I'm starting to quest in this zone now. I might finish the episode by jumping down and seeing if it's possible to slow fall. Because I'm now curious.
Time is money, friend!
Call to start. Okay, where do we want to go to recruit mages?
Glad I could help!
Okay. This is same as others. Okay, that's not very informative. Not very helpful either. Kinda bugged out. Okay, normally you'd pick one of 3 places to get started with. The UI doesn't really work much. And to finish the episode off, I'm gonna give you a nice attempt at seeing where this leads to. Okay, I see some kind of world underneath at least. Ah, the ship over there. And that looks like a half something. A suspicious feeling we're not really supposed to be able to do that. Yeah, that's not an angle you're supposed to look at this tower from. Interesting. Let's see if we can reach the half island. So there's bits and pieces of other people's artworks that they've just dumped here. Yeah, I guess we need to try this stuff somewhere. I think they'll probably end up moving them somewhere else because this can't be where they're supposed to be. Anyways, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you all in whatever video I decide to make next. Do let me know if anyone is very interested in one or another type of video, especially when it comes to Legion content. There's so much, it's very hard to decide what to make a video about. Bye!